Welcome back to the channel, gang. Today we have Jimmy Kimmel show being canceled by Donald Trump over some remarks that weren't really about nothing about the Charlie Kirk whole get down. Without further ado,
Tone
let's see
down
what's
the
going on,
division,
gang.
tone down the rhetoric. Donald Trump amps it up, attacks figures in the media, calls them weak, insecure, gets their shows canceled because they criticize him. This is pure authoritarianism. When you, as the president of the United States, leverage your executive branch powers to launch lawsuits against the Wall Street Journal, to intimidate Fox News, to intimidate other media companies and make them bend the knee, that is raw authoritarianism, and it creates this chilling effect. Now, Jimmy Fallon, who is still on the air, will likely be maybe a little bit more nervous about what he says. People will be a little bit more nervous about what they say about the Trump administration, which is not what you want. You don't want in America people nervous to critique the president or call the president out. Again, we will never relent on this show. Let me play this clip.
We hit some new lows over the weekend with the MAGA gang desperately trying to characterize this kid who murdered Charlie Kirk as anything other than one of them and doing everything they can to score political points from it. In between the finger pointing, there was grieving. On Friday, the White House flew the flags at half staff, which got some criticism. But on a human level, you can see how hard the president is taking this.
My condolences on the loss of your Charlie Kirk. May I ask, sir, personally, how are you holding up over the last day and a half, sir?
I think very good. And by the way, right there, you see all the trucks? They just started construction of the new ballroom for the White House, which is something they've been trying to get, as you know, for about 150 years. And it's going to be a beauty.
Yes. He's at the fourth stage of grief, construction. Demolition.
There was nothing wrong with this.
Construction.
That was quite literally the segment that got Jimmy Kimmel canceled. It was nothing beyond that. Jimmy Kimmel says the right-wingers tried to make him out as something other than one of their own. He could have just been referencing the fact that this kid grew up in a Republican family, despite whatever ideology he leaned into over the past year or so. Tyler Robinson very clearly did grow up in a Republican family with guns. He was one of their own in a Republican household, despite whatever ideology he's had over the past few months. It doesn't matter. Then he says, Trump doesn't really seem thrilled about this, and he plays Trump's own words. So Jimmy Kimmel is getting canceled for playing a clip of Trump's own lack of empathy. It is absurd, and we need to continue calling this administration out. This is pure authoritarianism. In no reality should the president be attacking universities. Like, can I just back up for 1 second? Donald Trump has repeatedly attacked Columbia University, Harvard University, universities across the country to try to get them to bend the knee via lawsuits, via withholding funds, every single way he can. He tries to pressure them. That is authoritarian. You can talk about law firms. He got like 6 law firms that he sued to then just do free pro bono work for the president because he wanted to exert his power. You can look at the media. He's constantly trying to get shows canceled relentlessly. You can look at individual judges that he attacks. The president of the United States shouldn't be attacking judges and calling to impeach judges. Even Supreme Court Justice Roberts said to Trump one time, you cannot be using your power to attack judges. That's not cool. So I'm going to leave it there. If you appreciate the work